Good day, everyone. This is Brian again. Today, let's see, we are going to be taking a look at one of the things that I get asked a lot on how to control. It's revenge trading. Some of the really revenge trading comes down to the individual trader. There is no set way to do it. Honestly, if you can't control it, you really shouldn't be trading. There are some steps you can take to help avoid it, or to, I guess, mentally prepare yourself to not do it. One of the biggest things I preach is pre-trading prep, having a trading plan, and money management. Those three things combined pretty much do away with the revenge trading. In the video, we're going to take a look at a few things, and at the end, I'm going to show you a little bit about martingale trading. It's probably not exactly what you think, as in you let it martingale. We're going to show a responsible way to do it. And then once we get to that, I'll explain why I'm going to do it. I have been real leery or hesitant to show how to do martingale trading, as a lot of people go just stupid with it and lose a lot of money. So the first thing we're going to look at when you're dealing with revenge trading, and basically if you don't know what revenge trading is, revenge trading means you take a loss and then you take another trade immediately, you take another loss, and so and so, so and so till you blow your account or you stop and you're like, what the hell did I just do? A lot of new traders fall into this trap, or a lot of seasoned traders too. The biggest thing you can do is have a trading plan to help you avoid doing revenge trading. Now, a trading plan can be anything, and I recommend having a complete trading plan. But a trading plan can be anything from a daily, weekly, monthly, to yearly plan. In order to combat revenge trading, we're going to go down to the daily level of your trading plan. What you need to decide is, and write it down, have the rules in front of you. A lot of times just having it in your mind saying, I'm not going to do this, does not work. You need to have it written down in front of you. If you have Post-its, post it all around your damn monitor. Do whatever you need to do to remind yourself. 1 second. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Okay, but having a trading plan will help you control your impulses a little bit. Now, if it comes down to the point where you go through this whole video, you do it, and you still can't control it, I have a few very extreme tips you can take to do it, but they're not going to be for everybody. But let's get started. So, daily trading plan. The first thing you should be doing each day before you even open up your broker freaking website to trade is a little pre-trading prep. What that means for me, and I'm going to be using Ichimoku charts to show you how I do my pre-trading prep on those, and I'll show you what my chart looks like before and what it looks like after. So let's get into that now, and then I'll explain why I do this. Okay, so here's just plain chart, 5-minute AUD NZD. Let's zoom out one on it. Sorry, I got alerts going off because this is running real. So if we zoom out on this once, the first thing we want, and I do this every morning, so when I look at the chart, for instance, when I normally look at a chart, this is my morning. See the purple lines? These are my support and resist lines. I review these, remove the ones that are no longer pertaining to the chart, and I add in my new ones. But let's go ahead and real quick so I can show you about how long this takes. It's not like this is an all-day affair. So basically, I want to get in my support and resist for the day so that I have an idea of where I want to be looking for reversals. I am a reversal trader mainly, so that is what I focus on. I do take trend trades occasionally. This week, definitely, as the markets have been very trendy with the issues in the Ukraine going on. But as you can see, I mean, I'm not taking any time here at all. With a little bit of practice, it's not like this is real difficult. So basically, I got my setup for the day. I can add in a few more if I wanted. It's an about one. Oops, I screwed that one up. And I'm going to change... Ooh, I am a mess. I'm going to change this one. And then I'll explain why we're doing this. So that's a lighter support for me with a heavier support for me. Okay, so why did I just do this? Why did I even take the time bothering to throw lines up on a chart? Seems kind of redundant because I'm just looking at the past. Well, for one, when a binary options trade pops up, normally most people are trading pretty short term. They're not taking like hour, 2-hour trades. So when a trade pops, you need to be prepared to jump into that trade and make a quick decision whether you want in that trade or not. So by getting your pre-trading prep done, and depending on how you trade, this really all varies. Your pre-trading prep, I advise writing a little checklist. I have one for everything I do. I review overbought, oversold. I review support and resist. I review pivot lines, and what I'm looking for on each chart is how's it respecting those levels for each chart. I have a little piece of paper right on the side. I put my charts in order as I want, as my like priority to watch, which I think is going to be the best trades and what best charts and what aren't. But also what I do by doing this now, I've set up my daily trading plan. You may not know it, but it is set up now. It's really simple. So let's say, for instance, let's see if I can find one. Okay, so here we go. First trade of the day. I'm going to take right here, and it hit hit my resist line, support line, sorry, but it was a completely utter failed trade. So what am I going to do? Now, a lot of people, when this happens, they're going to revenge trade. They're going to lose here, and lose here. You need to have the plan in place, because what you want to do now is you lost a trade. You're not going to say, well, I need to jump in immediately. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to sit back. When does my next trade setup happen? Your next trade setup happens here. Now, if you look, this isn't based off this line here. This is past history. If I look, this trade setup had been waiting on me since back here. So, again, you want to kind of have your trades set up ahead of time so you know once a trade fails, it's basically you have a plan. Okay, I lost a trade. What's my plan for my next trade? There's my plan for my next trade. Number one, that's going to help you avoid the revenge trading. Number two, you really, unless it falls directly into your next setup, you don't want to get into a back-to-back trade. It should really help you avoid revenge trading. One of the other things, like I said, put little sticky notes around your chart, around your monitor. When I first started trading, one of my biggest mistakes was revenge trading. I would seriously just lose it and take 3 or 4 or 5 trades in a row over and over to try and get back into a trade to recover my money, and then I'd end up with an empty account. So hopefully that explains why you want to do this. So basically, I'm showing support and resist here. If you trade with pivot lines, if you trade with DMARC, Fibonacci, whatever it is, whenever your first trade's set up, you always need to look ahead for that second trade. What is my backup? What am I going to take next? If you're not able to do that, again, I mean, you're probably not going to succeed, because if you do have an issue with revenge trading, once you're out of options, your brain's going to take over in panic mode, and you're going to start just taking some stupid trades, and you are going to lose money. So it's always good, always have in your mind, where's that next trade? Even, for instance, here, I look at this, and you want to have an idea, where do you think the market's going to go, up or down? And if it goes up, where's my next trade levels going to be at? What am I looking at? If it goes down, where are my next trade levels going to be at? On this particular chart, if price dropped even lower, I wouldn't be trading it. I'd be sitting back and watching. Now, if it came up, here's my entry point. So I'd be waiting for price to come back up to here, because that's where I think my next entry point would be. Again, based off of your strategy, you need to have these thoughts in your mind all the time. Hell, even write them down so that you know anything that's going to help you to stop revenge trading. From all the traders I deal with, revenge trading, I see a lot of good traders who their biggest issue is revenge trading. I mean, they could be making a nice chunk of money, but their issue right now is getting over the whole revenge trading. Let's see, what else? So that covers the pre-trading prep and the trading plan. Money management, you never want to go stupid with it. This is covered. What I'm going to show with money management is a way of martingale responsibly. I know that's kind of like a oxymoron. There's a lawnmower outside my car. They're cutting our house. They're cutting the park today, so if y'all can hear it, I apologize. Okay, so how do you martingale responsibly? Like I said, it's kind of an oxymoron. It doesn't really make sense together. So let's take a little chart I did, a little spreadsheet. This is nothing fancy. I actually have this written down on a piece of paper. I don't put it up here because I don't have time. So I have my little notebook where I make notes throughout the day, my chart order, things like that. Don't be afraid to go low-tech, guys. It helps. Jotting something down on a piece of paper, for one, you write it down. It helps reinforce it in your mind. And for two, it's right there for you to look at. You can scratch it out and change it. Or with a computer, you got a backspace, blah, blah, blah. And it's distracting for me. Okay, so normally when I will martingale trade, and I don't do it all the time, as a reversal trader, I look for a ranging market. If I'm not getting an ideal ranging market, what I will do is I will go into my martingale mode because I know my likelihood of getting an ITM is going to be lower. I still am going to have some good setups, but the likelihood of me getting my normal 70 to 74, 75% ITM percentage is going to drop. So, and we know cutoff, what's based on most brokers, their minimum payout's about 70%. If you have a broker lower than that, run away now. But you need a 60% ITM to stay in the green with proper money management. Anything over 60%, you're now making money. Over 65% where it's actually worth trading, but 60 to 65% you're not losing, you're making money very slowly. So what do I do? Let's say my normal trade amount for the day on a ranging market that looks like when cable, GBP, USD is looking great, I will trade $300 a trade. But this is a crap day. Let's take a look at it because pretty much I think today is today's ranging nicely, so no, it wouldn't be. But let me get back to where I was. So what I mean by that is my initial trade, and let's go to cables so I have it marked up from when I was teaching earlier. So on my initial trade, let me delete these real quick and we'll go through it using the values that I set there. So okay, so here's my initial trade right here. And it dropped, I got in, but I definitely lost on it. So what am I going to do? Let me set my levels real quick for you so you can see. So I have my plan set, and that looks about right. Okay, so I'm only going to draw 2 lines on this, as not to confuse anyone. Let me pause this real quick. I'm going to shut the window, because it's a nice day out. I had it open, but now I can shut the window for that damn lawnmower. Alright, sorry about that. And as soon as I freaking close the window, watch how he leaves. Okay, so anyway. So this is my first entry. I lost. Now, I know this is a crap day for trading. Let's pretend it is. Crap day for trading. So I lost that trade, but since I knew it was a crap day for trading, my initial opening trade was only $75. I would normally do 300, but I'm not. I'm doing 75 because I know the likelihood my ITM percentage is going to drop. Now, the way this works is a martingale trade would only occur again on the same pair. You would not go down and martingale on a different chart. Reason being is, and some people are going to agree with me, disagree with me on this, but if you're using a set system or a way of trading and you know that your consistency is above 60%, if you lose your first trade, you wait for your next valid setup. You don't revenge trade and immediately take the next candle. Your next valid setup, the likelihood of you getting an ITM on it, in my opinion, goes up because you just took one trade. You had a 30% chance of losing. If, let's say, your system, the way you trade, does 60, 70%, just to make numbers easy. Your first trade, you had a 70% chance of winning. So you lost it. So now your second trade, again, you have a 70% chance of winning. You're statistically looking better than you would if you're jumping from chart to chart doing a martingale. So if you place your first trade on GBP USD, which we did, and it goes bad, our next trade, and this is me, you can figure out your own martingale percentages, what you're comfortable with. This is just examples for you. So my next trade would have been here because this was my next valid setup. This one comes through and I get an ITM. So I placed enough on my second trade where I did make my money back and I made a little bit of profit. Now this is a much slower way of building your account. And of course, if you win this first trade, you do not martingale the second one. This would also be a $75 trade, a $75 trade. The martingale system is only to recover a loss. If you lose it, you're not going above the total amount you would have been trading anyway. So after 2 losses, you stop. You don't continue the martingale process out. 225 plus 75 is 300. 300 is what I would trade on a normal, well-performing day. In other words, the charts look good to me, and I'm not going to be doing the martingale system because for me, everything's lining up. All my levels are being respected. Overbought, oversold is being respected. So I'll normally just trade $300 a trade. But on a crappy day, if I still want to trade, and on a crappy day, you have to learn there's some days you just don't trade. Like tomorrow's NFP in the morning. You just don't trade that. You'd have to be insane to trade binary options after NFP fires off because the markets are going to be out of whack for quite a while. But this is a responsible way to martingale. Now, one thing I can say, if you're a revenge trader, don't attempt to do the martingale trading yet until you get your revenge trading under control. The combination of the both will smoke your account faster than a crackhead with a pile of crack. I don't know how else to say that. What's his name? The Toronto guy. Yeah, him. Um, but hopefully this will help you out a little bit. What this does by martingaling this way, if you're doing the martingale system, in order to stay profitable with binary options, like I said, you need that 60% your cutoff for most brokers. A little bit higher for some, a little bit lower if you have a crappy broker. But it enables you to fudge that ITM percentage a little bit and actually let you drop a little bit below 60% because you're martingaling the second trade. But overall, you're sticking to your money management plan because you're never going above the amount that you were originally going to trade. So hopefully it makes sense to y'all. It is a way to help you fudge your ITM, OTM percentage a little bit to help you make money. The system, if used properly, will build an account slower, but gives you a little bit more of a risk-reward leverage with the account. But again, it will build slower if you do it properly. If you win on an initial 75, you don't martingale the second trade because you won. You can keep going 75, 75, 75, so you have that fallback. So stick to the rules. Hopefully it will help you. One of the biggest things I can recommend, get a trading plan, stick to it. Review your trades each day, see what works for you, what doesn't. But in this case, this is a way to fudge the ITM, OTM a little bit if you can control revenge trading. If you can't, don't touch it. Work on your revenge trading first. Last notes on revenge trading. In extreme cases where pre-trading prep doesn't work, trading plans don't work, nothing works. I have a few members that of my little trading team. Few of them, what they do, and I'm sure I'll get a comment on this from somebody, no names yet, but what they do is it's a male and a female, husband and wife team, and the wife doesn't trade. But what the husband has done is he's told his wife what his rules are for trading. So boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, someone else, a trading partner. What you're looking at getting if you have an issue with revenge trading is a trading partner. Reason being is it holds you accountable. They need to know zero, zilch, nada, nothing about trading. All they need to know is that you write down, I took a trade on cable, lost, took a trade on cable, lost, and you tell them your rules. I should stop after 2 losing trades. And if you see a third trade lost, you give them your trades for the day, and they get to, putting it nicely, they get to bitch you out. Now, someone made a comment earlier when I was teaching this to my guys, get your mom to do it. I mean, I don't care who, but have a trading partner. They need to know zero zilch about trading. They need to see if you can follow rules. So that way you feel like you're being held accountable to somebody for your revenge trading, and hopefully that could help you stop it. If that can't do it, you're a hopeless case. You really don't need to be trading. Send me your money. I'll do something with it, because the strippers in my area town, they need some money. So hopefully that covers everything. And again, guys, revenge trading is a common thing. Don't feel bad if you do it. It's just something you need to work at overcoming. It's just a part of trading. It's a natural human response when you lose to want to win back immediately. Avoid it. Use the pre-trading prep. Have a daily trading plan to help you avoid revenge trading. And once you get your revenge trading down, then you can move on to what I showed about the martingale trading. Responsible martingale trading, not this BS they show on YouTube where you take 5 trades in a row and 5th trade's guaranteed 100% to win, because I know a lot of y'all are here because of those type of videos. Martingale trading is doable with proper money management to help you build an account, especially when you're struggling in difficult market conditions. As usual, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and hit me up on Skype, hit me up on the forums, email me, do whatever. Hopefully this will help out some of you guys who have been struggling with revenge trading, because it is definitely one of the most common problems traders have. So if you have a problem with it, don't feel bad. Have a great day all, and be careful tomorrow with NFP.